Ahoj, dobrý den. Vítejte v dalším dílu série Learn Czech with Podcasts. This time we're going to talk about winter clothes and verbs. So first you will read and listen to the dialogue where a mom is getting her son or daughter dressed, and then we will focus on the vocabulary. Afterwards, you will review the verb groups, and in the end, we will talk a little bit about reflexive verbs. Let's get started. Začínáme. Pojď se obléct, za chvíli jdeme. Počkej, mami, já si hraju. Ne, šup, ať už jsi tady. No jo, už jdu. Tak. Sundej si to tričko. Máš štílko? Kalhotky? Ne. Tričko s krátkým rukávem? Ne. Proč ne? Protože je tam zima. Musíš mít tričko s dlouhým rukávem. A taky punčocháče. Já nechci punčocháče. Všechny děti mají na sobě punčocháče. Nebo ti zmrznou nožičky. A můžu si vzít tyhle džíny? Můžeš. A ten modrý svetr. Já potřebuji čůrat. Teď? Tak honem. Maminka se zatím obleče. Hotovo? Tak, ještě bundu. Nandej si šálu, natáhni rukavice, nasaď čepici a obuj si boty. Mám je zavázat? Jdeme. Okay, so that was it. So now let's focus on the vocabulary. I'm going to read the words for you that you can see in the pictures, and I will also say where they are, so we will review position. Vlevo nahoře je bota. Nahoře uprostřed jsou kalhotky. Vpravo nahoře je čepice. Vlevo dole jsou džíny. Dole uprostřed je tričko s dlouhým rukávem. Vpravo dole je bunda. At the same time, we can also review or actually learn, because you didn't hear about that in the previous podcasts, colors. So, bota je hnědá. The shoe is brown. Kalhotky jsou fialové. The panties are purple. Čepice je bílá a červená. The hat is white and red. Džíny jsou modré. The jeans are blue. Tričko je bílé. The t-shirt is white. Bunda je modrá. The jacket is blue. Tílko je oranžové. The vest is orange. Punčocháče jsou růžové a černé. The tights are pink and black. Šála je modrá a šedá. The scarf is blue and grey. Rukavice je hnědá. The glove is brown. Svetr je černý a bílý. The sweater is black and white. Triko je šedé. The t-shirt is grey. And the positions again. Tílko je vlevo nahoře. This time I'm saying the noun first, because we have already spoken about them. So, first the noun and then the position. Before that I was saying the position first, because it was the first time I mentioned something, and the new information goes always second or at the end of a sentence. Punčocháče jsou nahoře uprostřed. Šála je vpravo nahoře. Rukavice je vlevo dole. Svetr je dole uprostřed a triko je vpravo dole. About the verbs. We spoke about the verb groups last time, and we said that there are 4 of them. The first one ends in at, in the infinitive, usually, and then the endings are, as you can see here. So I will just read these verbs for you and tell you what they mean. Čurat means to pee. Čurám, čuráš. Čurá, čuráme, čuráte, čurají. Nandat, to put on. Nandám, nandáš. Nandá, nandáme, nandáte, nandají. Počkat, to wait. I will wait, it means actually. And nandám is also future, it means I will put on. So back to wait. Počkám, počkáš. Počká, počkáme, počkáte, počkají. Sundat, to take off, meaning I will take off. And then the other persons. Sundám, sundáš. Sundá, sundáme, sundáte, sundají. And we are moving on to the second group, which ends in it or et or e with a hook t. This verb we have here is nasadit, to put on, for example, a hat or glasses. Nasadím, nasadíš. Nasadí, nasadíme, nasadíte, nasadí. Now there are a lot of verbs that go to the 4th group, so we don't have the 3rd group here. And the 4th group is the one where the infinitives are rather short, but as you can see here, also those verbs ending in note go to this group. So, hrát si, to play. Hraju si, hraješ si, hraje si, hrajeme si, hrajete si, hrajou si. Jít, to go on foot. Jdu, jdeš, jde, jdeme, jdete, jdou. Natáhnout, to pull on, for example, gloves or tights or socks. Natáhnu, natáhneš, natáhne, natáhneme, natáhnete, natáhnou. Nechtít, not to want. Nechci, nechceš, nechce, nechceme, nechcete, nechtějí. Obléct se, to get dressed. Obleču se, oblečeš se. Obleče se, oblečeme se, oblečete se, oblečou se. Obout, to put shoes on. Obuju, obuješ. Obuje, obujeme, obujete, obujou. And finally, vzít si, to take for oneself or to put on. Vezmu si, vezmeš si, vezme si, vezmeme si, vezmete si, vezmou si. Zavázat, to tie up or to lace. Zavážu, zavážeš, zaváže, zavážeme, zavážete, zavážou. Zmrznout, to freeze or to freeze up. Zmrznu, zmrzneš, zmrzne, zmrzneme, zmrznete, zmrznou. The last thing I'd like to talk about is the reflexive verbs. Those are those with se or si added to them. Sometimes you can't explain what se and si means there, and you just have to remember that the verb, like for example podívat se or zeptat se, has se added, and it can't be omitted. But sometimes there are verbs that are possible without se or si, or they have a little bit different meaning when they are used with se and with si. So, some examples we have here is obléct and obout. When you don't use se or si, it means that you are getting dressed or putting shoes on somebody else. So you have to use the object, in the accusative. An example is Matka obleče dítě. Mother will get her child dressed. Sestra obuje bratra. Sister will put shoes on for her brother or to her brother. Now, if you use se with these two verbs, it means that you are getting dressed yourself and you're not specifying what you're putting on. So that's why here you can see nothing, nic, at the end in the presentation. So when you use se, there's the verb plus se plus nothing. Oblečeme se a půjdeme. We will get dressed and we'll go. Kdy se obujete? When will you put your shoes on? And then finally there's the last option or the last version, and that's with si. If you use the verb obléct or obouť with the si pronoun, it means that you're putting something on and you have to say what you're putting on. And you're putting on something to yourself, not to somebody else. And the thing that you're putting on will be in the accusative case. So some examples. Počkej, obleču si bundu. Wait, I will put the jacket on. Můžeš si obout boty? Can you put the shoes on? Well, so it was a little bit about reflexive verbs. One more thing you should notice and be careful about is the position of se and si. They always go second. So here you see first you have oblečeme and then se. Or if there is a kdy at the beginning, then se moves in front of the verb obujete. So kdy se, second, obujete. And then počkej in the next sentence is separate because there is a comma. It could be a different sentence. So you start counting with obleču, the first position, si goes second. I hope you enjoyed this podcast or webcast or whatever. If you want to learn more, please visit my website www.czech-in-prague.cz, where you can find a PDF file and a podcast, a real listening podcast. Also, soon there will be flashcards and an online test. And if you can also donate via PayPal to support this webcast. And I look forward to talking to you again. Mějte se krásně. Naslyšenou.